are back with the Bakersfield Underground, The Bug, and I'm very excited about today's episode. You know that I like to interview other podcasters out here, and we seem to do this every month. Now, when we bring a different host, different show to our show, and now we have the host, the creator and host of the White Coat Black Sheep podcast, Dr. Valerie Civelli in the house. Welcome to the show. What's going on, Girlski? How you been?
Thank you so much. I'm doing really good. Today, as I was explaining to the weatherman here, I experienced highs and lows of today.
Oh, all right. So there's a lot going on already today, like every day, right?
Every day, but this was like extra. I just feel like today was it was extra.
All right, so hopefully today will be a little bit more relaxing. You know, this is not a serious show.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is fun.
Yeah, this will be a lot of fun, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. You know, I've been having a nice, relaxed day.
I apologize to Sarah, my nurse. Really, not. I mean, like honestly, I just like vomited on her.
Oh man, that's how bad it was.
It's true. Yeah.
But did it help?
It helped greatly. Right. I feel wonderful now.
Maybe you ate something bad, and maybe it was making you feel bad.
Yes,
then, right?
Yes.
I'm glad you got it all out now.
I think it was the sun.
It was work.
Yeah, the sun got
No,
he knows about
it was
that.
work.
It was work?
Yes.
I
feel better now.
Isn't it always though? I mean, because you're just 24/7.
Yes.
Especially in the line of work that you do.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah, it doesn't. But before we get into all of that, can you let us know where we can find you at on social media? And please plug the podcast and the YouTube channel.
Yes. So fitologylife.com and houseofval.com. And Dr. Civelli on Instagram and Facebook. I think I'm Valerie Civelli on there.
You got the full government name on that. Yeah. And also don't forget White Coat Black Sheep, which is available on all streaming platforms, on YouTube as well. You have a lot of clips on your YouTube, on your Instagram page as well. You chop everything up, right? You're doing it the right way.
Well, you know, I have help. I have a team. So
I need to find these people to help me out too. You know? But no, that's cool right there. So you go from Florida, Pepsi-Cola, right? Specifically, or is it all Florida?
So Pensacola is what it's called, but Pepsi-Cola is way more fun.
Oh, okay, I was saying it wrong. Okay, all right.
No, I love that. So yeah, I was born and raised there. I did undergrad in Orlando, and then I moved out to Bakersfield. Let's see, 2015.
Okay.
I know.
This is like a big difference right here.
I came out of California.
It was
all right, so there you go.
All right. Yeah.
You don't want to come where he came from.
She was in Florida. I was in Georgia. So
Georgia, there's a big difference.
Georgia. I don't know. It's pretty south. It's pretty deep south.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I guess I'm wrong.
Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. They're like cousins.
Really? Oh
siblings.
Man, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
We eat the same.
Yep.
There's same problems.
Yep.
So you moved out here to Bakersfield then, right? And
yes.
Was there like a difference?
Oh gosh. Okay, so between Pensacola and Bakersfield, I lived in the Caribbean, 2 different islands, Chicago, Miami, a small town that I mean, I just remember it's like Quad Cities in Illinois, Iowa. So Louisiana, I've lived a lot of places.
Just everywhere. You just kept constantly moving.
Houston.
Was there a reason for that or just?
Training. It's taken me to a lot of different states and sometimes just for a very short time. But you have a lot of experience in a very short time. And then,
oh man, okay.
Yeah, and then also in different countries. So I've had to get trained. I had to get training there. You know, it was fun. It was fun.
That's not what you say. That's not what you say when you're talking about it. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, so you started in primary care. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, you're right.
Primary care. You move on to family practice. You delivered babies. You work with elderly care.
Yes.
Dysfunctional medicine. Am I saying that right?
I love that you said that.
All right. And you also did.
Okay, so I joke that. So I do functional medicine.
But you call it.
We joke that I changed to that because
that is hilarious.
Medicine's so dysfunctional.
Yeah.
So,
and then you did about 21 years in radiology, right?
So it added probably 10 years on there for me, but no, you're right. Because I actually had a break between, so I was 21 when I started radiology, and then I did that for some time, about a decade, and I was pre-med, and it took me a very long time to get into med school and then to transition from being a graduate into residency. So, I mean, it was probably 2 decades.
Shit, man. So you've done a lot.
It was hard.
You've done a lot.
Yeah.
And I love that you talk about this on your show too, right?
Yeah.
So going further back, you say you have nobody in your family is in the medical field at all.
Well, there's no doctors. So
No
I would
doctors,
say
okay.
there's a lot of nurses. So
Okay.
like my mom, my sister, my grandma, my aunt. If you're a female, you're a nurse.
All right. But you wanted to take it
Yeah.
up another notch. Okay.
Yeah. So, and really, I mean, I've always been the black sheep of my family in
Yeah,
every
yeah.
respect. If you like dissect it, I'm their black sheep. They don't get me. I don't get them. So I was the one my mom always prayed about, and you know, they're like, this kid's a loser.
And it didn't work.
Right?
So the decision to become a doctor, okay? So I love that you talk about it on your show. 'Cause I've heard every single episode, including the one that you released today.
Oh, thank you so much
So
for
I've done my
listening.
research. The only complaint that I would say I have with your show will be episode 2. Why is the volume all the way down? You cannot even hear
Oh,
it.
that's funny. I have no idea.
Yeah, go
I don't
back and listen to it.
I don't listen to my own. It's cringe
Oh,
for
okay.
me. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
You're more advanced. If you want-
No, trust me, I'm not. Okay.
When I watch him, like, oh god.
But
so
yeah,
it's
so
like a vent session for me.
but I love that you talk about how there was nobody in your family that was able to help you, that can give you some kind of guideline. Nothing. You had to
Nothing.
figure it out
Yeah.
yourself. First of all, why did you want to become a doctor?
So I was in the radiology field from a very young age. And that really, I was told I was going into. So I didn't really so much choose it. It was like, you're going into the medical field. You can be a nurse, or you can be radiology tech. And I was like, okay, radiology. So I felt like I sort of had a choice, but I didn't.
All right.
So at 21, when I started working as a professional, I really didn't. I connected with the field. I liked the patients. I liked the different elements of medicine, but I really didn't understand a lot of the rules or like why, you know. And I was like, I'm asking way too many questions. Like I should.
But you need to, though, right? Yeah.
And then when I would like learn the answers, because some people would actually take a few minutes to say it, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I felt unimpressed. And so I was like, okay, to be a doctor, like it's hard. So that's really where I started, but it doesn't mean that that's where, you know, every single turn and twist and part of that journey, it definitely took different faces and meaning and purpose and highs and lows of that. But definitely I found different reasons throughout the course of my start to finish. And I tried to quit several times, like in my soul. And then there's different people in your life, you know, that are like,
man.
no, you don't.
Okay, so you had some backup as far as that goes. Okay?
Yeah, and it's always this most surprising people that you
Yeah,
just don't
exactly.
even think are your closest friends or really even know that you exist. And you're like, what, you know who I am? And now this person's giving me a pep talk and they're like not letting me quit. But my own family is endorsing me quitting. Like, oh, it's fine. You tried. And I'm like, and then I'm mad at them for like allowing me to quit or even think about quitting.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, like George over here is like, no, you don't. So yeah.
It's funny how that is, because you have, for the 20 people that are always going to speak negative, you have that one person, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always that one person that is going to motivate you. And that's all it takes, really.
I value that.
Damn,
I
there you
really
go.
value that.
So you tell a story about how when you told your family that you wanted to become a doctor. And what did they say? What was their reaction to you saying that?
Do you think you're smart enough for that?
Damn.
Fuck, man.
They tried
They
you like
legit.
that.
And you described that they gave you like a look too, you know, like that look of disgrace.
It was a long pause because you know they meant it and they had enough time to like check the back of their brain and the front of their brain to be like, do I say this? And I'm like, say it. With my eyes, I said, say it. You think you're smart enough for that? No. Man. No, I don't. No, but thank you for believing in me.
Wow, I know, really, right?
You know the funnier part? If I look back, I'm like, these people, my family, I love them. Okay, love them.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
are great. But they were like, they taught me I could do anything. You can sing, you can dance, you can be anybody. So much so that I even tried out for American Idol, and I can't sing.
Oh, I don't know
I
about
was
this.
that one.
Okay, so
No.
you bought into that
I
so
bought
much.
into it so much.
I could be the next Kelly Clarkson. I could go up there.
And I
All
can't
right.
sing. I've never competed in singing. This is the day.
What song did you? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go off topic here, but what song did you choose?
When you lie next to me, and I don't remember who sings it, It was like, when you lie next to me, breathe the air I breathe.
Yeah, you can't sing.
I can't sing. No, there's no vibrato. There's no there's pitch problems.
But you tried it. But in your mind, you were like, I'm gonna win this.
I'm gonna win this shit. Yeah. And then I show up. You know, the moment I learned like I can't sing, so I'm standing there and I could hear myself because I that's how little I sung.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. You were like, oh man, but it's too late.
It was terrible. Yeah.
But you tried though. I love that you believed in yourself enough to even try it though.
I cared enough to drive to Miami, and it was like 4 hours.
Shit, man. And you were like, I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be rich.
Yeah.
I could drop out of school now. I could just be this right here.
I didn't have those thoughts.
No, it didn't go that far.
No, it didn't go that far.
You had your backup plan then.
I stayed in school.
That is hilarious right there. But you did it?
I did it.
All right. Did you get to sing in front of some of the judges? or
all the judges. And it was very embarrassing for me.
Really? Okay. Because
there's footage out there. It'd be really good.
There's footage out there. I'm going to find it. I'm pretty good at that. Okay. So because they don't put music, you have to sing a cappella, right?
Yeah.
It's a cappella, and I don't know if it was bad enough to even make the bad cuts. It wasn't good enough to make the good cuts. It was mediocre.
It is the deleted scene right here. Do not show this.
I'd be like impressed if you found it.
I'm surprised that you would even want to mention it now because people watch this show and they're gonna look for it.
You guys, if you find it, post it.
Tag me on it.
I want to laugh.
Hey, do you regret it?
No.
That is hilarious.
It entertains me. And it also is like, it's funny to think though, like how much somebody supporting you can make a difference.
Oh yes, yeah.
It can
make you believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that incredible? But we need people like that though, right? Because then you're never really gonna challenge yourself. Yeah. You know, even though so it didn't go the way that you thought it was gonna go, but at least you did it.
Yeah.
You can say that you went on stage over there.
I did.
That is hilarious right there. So when you were in your mid-20s, you were in pre-med, right? But at the same time, you had a job?
I was full-time.
You were volunteering.
I was married. Too? Yes, I was volunteering.
Oh, and you were married, okay?
I was exhausted.
Is this marriage number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Yes, I'm nosy like that, okay?
Damn.
So it's all right. So we're on the same boat, so I cannot judge you because we're on the same boat. So how do you manage, pre-med with having a job, which is already a lot? You're doing volunteer work as well.
Way too much. Because I thought actually pre-med doctors did that, but they really don't. They just say that they do it.
Okay, but you were legit doing it.
I was legit showing up.
When do you even
people don't do that. I didn't. I really.
You just don't, right?
Yeah, I was the culture where you hustle and you just work harder, and then you get your goals accomplished and you check your boxes, and that's what it takes. Like
do you regret doing any of that? Because I mean, you can't really think straight. You talk about how sleeping is important, which we're going to get into that. But you're not doing any of that, and eventually it catches up to you.
It did, and I feel like that is a huge part of why I am so passionate about preaching that, because it would have helped me tremendously if I would have done less to get to that higher goal.
Yeah.
And who's going to tell you that? Like, don't work. Like, you need to work less hard.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like counterintuitive. You need rest. You need to recover. So I think there's some principles that if I were to go back, I could definitely fine tune. But there's no going back.
Going back now at this point.
It's
but
done.
As long as we learn from it, right?
Yes.
So I'm the same way. I cannot put shit down. I have to keep moving forward. If I'm taking on 2-3 projects at the same time and still have my regular job, I'm doing everything. Like Cadillac works with me. Yeah. He knows we do 12-hour shift. I'm editing in every single break. I'm writing for the next program. I'm shooting ideas to him. I'm messaging it. I just don't know how to stop. And it comes to the point where I can't even sleep at night. Yeah. Because
wired and tired is
I have an idea and I have to be awake to, what I mean, to write it down. So I can't even imagine. Yeah. And then having you're married too, so you have to dedicate or try to dedicate time.
Oh, and his love language was time.
Huh, really?
Like, that's the one commodity I don't have. I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah. But you say, okay, do you feel like, I don't know, nobody can relate to me when I say this. I'm a busy person. I don't have time to dedicate to another human being right now, right? Mm-hmm. If they can be, and it's not fair for them, I get it, right? But this is what I choose to do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep doing it. This is my passion. This is what I'm going to do. Either you can support me. Yeah. I'll support you on your shit, right?
Yeah, but 1,000%.
But I mean, it never works out that way. You're just, you don't have time when you're passionate about something, when you have a goal in mind, which a lot of people don't. They will never understand your dream.
They don't.
Because it's your dream, right?
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah. So nobody is just know that, people, nobody is gonna understand you, so you cannot be mad at them.
No one's gonna fight for it.
You can't. Yeah, it's you and
Yeah.
you alone,
Yeah.
right? But you're the bad guy at the end. Fuck it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But do you feel like that played a role in the way your relationship went? Because it affected mine. I'll be honest about it.
1000%. Yeah.
Okay,
I had to choose. I was given an ultimatum, essentially. Like, do you want to be a doctor or do you want this life? And I'm like,
okay.
that's messed up to even put me in that situation. So you just chose for me. And and of course, like, you arrive at that decision with, like, it's not a quick decision. It's with, like, a lot of
it takes time.
decision making. And I mean, because I cared a lot. You know, that was my first love.
That's the hard one. Yeah.
Yeah, it really.
That one is the hard one.
Yes.
I get you on that.
Yeah, because you just look at marriage differently, and I don't know. I was so invested, and I put like all these decisions into play, and like where I'm gonna train as a doctor, and like just everything, every life decision. You know, was we're doing this decision together, but like, no, there's some things you have to walk that path alone, and it's your dream, your goal. It's you putting that energy in to make it happen, and the right people are going to come and go.
Bam. I love that you said that, because nobody understands me when I explain that to them, because you have to go through it.
Yeah.
Somebody who hasn't gone through a situation like that, where you put in your career, or let's just say your dreams. It doesn't even have to be a career. It could be something else that you're very passionate about. Yeah. It's like, it's all you. Mm-hmm. They're there for support, but they're not gonna, they're not gonna push you all the way. And I can
the wrong person.
It took me a long time to figure out that, hey, you know what? I understand their side of it, because you have to put your dreams aside to support, your partner's dreams, right? Yeah. Maybe at that time we don't realize, we're more like, hey man, fuck you, I'm out, right? Yeah. That's the easiest thing to do. But later on, you do realize that. Yeah. But at this point in life, okay, it's hard for me to even have a relationship now, because I'm always busy, and I'm always gonna put this ahead of that, and they know that from the beginning. Do you still have that problem, or is it just me then?
No. So no, I think it's not just you. I think there's the right person who at the right time will come into your life, and they will be so all about it. They'll be like, that's badass what you're doing.
Really?
I love seeing
I haven't met anybody like that.
Light up about what you do, and like the joy that comes to your face and your life, and the energy that it brings you. As you do what you do, like, they're gonna love that.
So it is out there.
It's out there.
Someone out there exists.
They exist. You haven't met them yet.
Whoever it is, I don't want to find you just yet. I'm having too much fun right now, but give it a couple of years. But that can be difficult to carry all these things while you're still in pre-med. You got your job and everything.
It almost broke me.
One of the things one of the things that I do love that you mentioned is that when you were doing your job, right, that you weren't passionate about that job. That job just wasn't for you. It was
just a job.
Yeah. And okay, let's talk about that, right? Yeah. Because I feel the same way. I got my regular job, but I tell everybody, I'm very vocal about it. I don't fucking belong here. This is not what I dreamed of doing, right? I'm not making a difference here, whether I'm here or not. This shit's still gonna go. Yeah. But I want to do something that I want to do. Yeah. But
your brain's catching up to it, right? It's like your body already knew. Now your brain is saying it. You're saying it out loud, but then you have to then hear it and then put it back into the process.
Yeah.
I hate the process.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm very vocal about it. Even during our meetings, I'm like, dude, I shouldn't even fucking be here right now, right? Yeah. I never dreamed about being here. He knows, but it's like you know that you're built for something bigger, right?
You just know.
So how did you go ahead and just quit your job and be like, hey, you know what? This is where I need to be at. That's my dream.
It makes my stomach drop thinking about it, because it's that feeling. You're jumping off of a cliff.
Yeah.
Did I wear a parachute? Do I have, is this a high cliff? Like, and I've always heard, especially from entrepreneurs, the hardest step is the jump into like the first, your first like jump into your dream or whatever you're building. That is what you're so all about.
Yeah, that first step, man.
Yeah, but I think what I didn't realize is like your second jump is more informed. Like after the first time, you're like, okay, I jumped. Okay, I think this is where the cord is. I feel like, okay, after the first leap I went to pre-med, right? But then the full like commitment, the next leap was like, I'm moving to the Caribbean. I'm quitting my job. I'm taking out 100% loans. I'm living on the land, and I'm flying to this place, and I have 4 suitcases.
Shit, that's your life in 4
Yes.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot. One of those is already enough. A lot, for anybody.
And then I failed out of the first island, and then I had to go to the second island. I sold everything that I owned, which out of 4 suitcases, it's not much. I didn't realize that, doing med school in the islands in the Caribbean is such a business model. It is a business model. Really? They know how many people they're going to progress, and they know how many people they're going to hold back. Every semester is 10 to 30 grand, and that's just your tuition. It is money. It is money. So if you don't know that walking into it, and you're not going to find a book on it.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I've never met such, I would say, wealth in the people I was around. I've never been raised around that. So, I mean, to experience all of this.
It's fucking crazy. That's life-changing.
It was life-changing. I'm just and I mean, it was just, there's people who they didn't have a car on the island, so they'd have to walk to school. So I'm like, well, I live at least like right across the street from school, so that's not bad. Yeah. So some people did have it like, I would say, a lot harder than me. And then some people had it much easier than me. They had private jets and they were in and out.
Shit, man.
Or their parents like, oh, well, while you're in Grand Cayman, we just bought a house for investment. I'm like,
Jesus, man. Wow.
Different life.
So was that stressful? And
shit, man, what do you think?
I know it's stressful.
I'm just saying.
I know
she's homeless. She sold all her clothes.
Why am I sweaty?
She barely even has a toothbrush.
This is my thing. Damn, have you ever thought about your next move? I know that was stressful too.
No, you can't.
I
truly had to live in the moment. I truly had to trust the process. I had mentors, but I was in a unique situation that I really didn't have anybody that I could ask for more.
Motivate or just?
I felt like my motivation was high, but I mean, I was outside of my knowledge. I'm like, I'm showing up and I want to be a doctor. Yeah. So, and then you get the loans, and then you're like, okay, I live here now. This is,
you're in it now. Yeah. At that point. Yeah.
And then, there was a point where I did get divorced, and so that did lead to me failing out. It was just too stressful.
That's a whole situation right there, man.
Yeah. It was everything. Like, you name it, I feel like I dealt with it. Yes, always. It's always at once. Like,
okay, so during that time, I can understand that you just like, I don't know how to even deal with this shit, right?
It was bigger than me.
Do I even have time? Do you feel sometimes like, hey, I can't deal with this shit right now. Let me put this aside for right now, because there's no point. Because there's gonna come a point where you're just tired of feeling that way, right?
Yes.
Let me put this aside. Maybe tomorrow I'll have the strength to pick this back up, and I'll have a better idea, right? But for right now, you're dealing with like 6 different major things at the same time.
Infidelity.
Oh man, that's a beautiful one. Yeah, that got me too. Oh yeah. Like, man.
Yeah. And so, I mean, but getting divorced in med school wasn't the worst. I mean, you have fun friends there. Like, it's a lot of like stress and then party. Stress and then party.
Okay, at least you had that. I didn't have that shit.
It was so fun.
Okay, so
I hate that for you. You really needed that.
I was in my garage just looking at the wall like, fuck, man. Should I like off myself off today, or can I keep going and do something with my life, right? That's where I was at. But you're out there partying, okay? All right.
It was rage pretty much every like 3 weeks. You have your major exams, and so it was good times. I got dive certified, so I made the best of it. But truly, the process I feel like is meant to break you, so you can become what they want you to be.
Bam! I love that.
So it worked.
That's a learning experience, even though during that time you feel like you won't make it.
Yes.
Right? Any minute could be
like you're done. I'm done. Put a fork in me.
Yeah, but you're right though. But that builds what you are now into the person that you are, who you were really meant to be honest with you.
I'm less scared.
Yeah. So now when you're dealing with situations now that can be overwhelming, because that never stops. But I don't think there isn't anything worse than that, right? Could there be? I mean, there's more. There's more.
The box of like Pandora's box.
I mean, at least that she went through it, she know how to deal with it now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's the
yeah.
of it. So,
but I mean, you never stop learning. There's always different situations. Okay, so
Yeah.
you have no idea how to even become a doctor. So you go to what is it, Barnes and Nobles, and you pick up the book.
I bought all the books. There's like 5 or 10 of them.
How to become a doctor.
Isn't that pathetic?
It
was cute. But
that's how it's fun. To me, that was funny. I was laughing when you said that because I'm like, damn, you really wanted to figure this out. You're not giving up.
No.
Yeah, so you legit went to go get some books.
Yeah.
And you're gonna figure everything from the ground up.
Bottom, like
how was
square
that?
one.
Did you understand the lingo? Because it's a whole different language.
No, I didn't. And then I didn't. And I also, so there's an entrance exam that you have to take. I mean, you guys have probably heard of like the MCAT or the GRE.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So before you go to college, there ACT, SAT, all these acronyms. So for college or for med school, it's the MCAT. And so I did very low. I did so low on that. I didn't know that you could score that low like, collectively. I was stressed out, no sleep, bad marriage, like no support, hardly eating. Like that's what it looks like. It looks like the lowest score you could possibly make.
They framed it. They said, "Wow, this is a waste of paper."
I'm sure they were impressed with how bad it was. Like, I'm sure that it's not a reflection of like the doctor I am today, but it does show like you can like.
Bam.
God, it does affect you, and it does mean that until you get better at handling your external factors, it will impact your outcomes.
Bam. Yeah. I love that you're saying this though, because when you speak to other doctors, they don't really talk about the struggle of it.
Yeah.
It went so. Yeah, they don't. They make it seem like it's
so easy.
But you're.
I made 100.
Now your show is called White Coat Black Sheep. Check it out because since episode 1, if you keep going, you give a little bit of your story, and I love that though because you let people know this was brutal.
It was horrible.
It was so bad that during your graduation you cried, right?
Yeah, I did.
And, okay, so tell the people, why did you cry?
Well, okay, so I graduated and I had my first job. I got my first paycheck. And I wasn't expecting to be like, yes, but I wasn't expecting to be like, oh no.
Fuck.
What have I done?
Yeah.
And in the job, I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible. Like there was no support. Like everyone, like once they're trying to fight you, like the patients, they're used to fighting, for like, I've been, to this doctor and this doctor, no one knows what's wrong with me. So people show up like irritated and they probably waited too long and they have a copay and it's like, now they're just like, blah. Yeah. And then your help is like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Or like, I had all these rules, like I can't like call my patient until this, and this box is checked. I just don't think like that.
Yeah.
Like my job is the patient. Your like process, that's a you thing. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, do your thing.
My goodness.
Yeah,
wow,
so it was hard.
It's a lot.
It was horrible.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you are mentioning, because we have people that watch the show that are probably in that field.
Yeah.
And it just prepares them too. I like that you talk about it, because once again, these are things that people need to know. Yeah. That if you were able to do it, I mean.
Anyone can do it, you guys. Anyone. I'm clearly like, my grandma didn't believe in me.
That is hilarious.
No, you just need to believe in yourself and just not quit.
Yeah.
That's my bottom line.
I love that right there.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned that out of everything that you do, right? You tapped into different fields, right? But your mom says that you just give shots, right? She makes it like all she does is give shots. Like, wow, really? You've seen me crying every single day for all these years. You see me studying. Yeah. Confidently. And this is what you think I do, right? Like, just minimize all of my struggle.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
Oh man, that is hilarious right there. Because honestly, it's that's how family is.
I tried it. It's good.
Yeah, there you go. So you know how family is. They try to minimize everything. They're happy for you, but at the same time, they're like, what you think is huge, they look at it like, hey.
I'm still their daughter. I'm not grown. I have not done hard things. Man. I'm not responsible. I haven't married people and divorced them.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I know.
It is crazy.
It's thing about family, boy. They always pick the littlest thing there is,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
They do. That's tough. That's
Yes.
my challenge.
yeah. And you try to over challenge that, you still find something else
Nitpick.
to
I
pick.
know.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
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 So, okay, so they were saying stuff about, you being a doctor. Did they say anything about you having a podcast now?
No, we've never spoke about it.
You never spoke. You should ask.
I don't even know if they know about it or if they know.
Okay.
I mean, my dad is 90. My mom is in her 70s. I don't know if I said podcast, would they even know what that is?
Yeah, they won't know. I mean, there's a lot of people that still don't even know.
Like,
yeah.
what is that? Like radio?
Yeah, pretty. But they know radio.
Yeah.
They know radio. That
Yeah.
like my parents. I say, hey, I'm gonna start this podcast right here. Well, why? Your voice sucks. You have no radio. You got no personality. Like what the fuck, man. Like
Let that drive you.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, cool, thanks. I guess I love you. I still get that. Why are you still doing that? That's a waste of time. I'm like, fuck, you got no support.
Sponsors, if you're listening, this is your moment.
There you go. That is hilarious. So one of the things that I do like that you mentioned on your show also is that you learn a lot from working. Well, you got scared from working with elders because I guess you were seeing like your future, what your future could look like.
So bad.
That's different. That is different right there.
No, I complain about it often to Sarah. Like,
It's like, I still do.
complain in a sense of like, oh my God, I'm 42. Like I'm like calculating the years before, like, I don't know, just different ailments that I've seen.
Everything
or like,
that's coming, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just, just what happens to the body over time with gravity and wear and tear.
Yep.
It's not good.
I just think you just think a little too hard on it.
I see the worst case scenarios.
Yeah, but at the same time, you already know we gonna die regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not that way.
That's the point, right? Because so like we talk about the kind of death we would want to have.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Really, it is a choice at this day and age. You have the choice of how you go in some circumstances. If you're at a facility or at a hospital, you're literally counseled on that option. With if this happens, then what do you want people to do? Do we bring you back to life? Do we, it's very brutal. It's very like,
Hell yeah.
You see blood squirt from someone's eyes, like you
From the eyes.
From the eyes.
Man, that's not normal.
No, nothing is normal. Everything is wrong. That's the point, right? So just seeing people, the way that you can have your sickness and your experience and your treatment and how people manage it on the inside, I'm like,
yeah, like there's just so much out there.
It's bad.
One of the things that you mentioned on your show, it's kind of like tradition now, at least I feel on your show. You always mention your age. You have everybody mention their age.
Yeah.
I'm 42 just like you. I look
love
60,
it.
but I'm 42.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Cadillac, how old are you, man? He don't want to say, come on, get him.
I'm 45.
Okay,
I wouldn't have
45,
guessed
so there you go.
45.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So
you have
then-
more wisdom than us.
There you go. You see, you're a couple of years of experience. So yeah, working with elderly, it could be tough because you see everything there.
Yeah.
You just never know, especially nowadays with everything that we eat.
Yeah.
We try to be as healthy as we can, but
Yeah.
even the healthy stuff is kind of like
Super questionable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So maybe do you feel like. Okay, so we have grandparents, great-grandparents still that are still alive. They still look good.
Yeah.
But you think it was the food that they were eating back then?
I really do. Something is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Like there's so much autism and just so many weird things that our family did not have to.
Exactly.
They don't have the same issues.
Exactly. So on your last episode with B3, you touched on autism. My son, he's in the spectrum as well.
Okay.
So I've been dealing with that since he was born. But before that, I used to be a behavior instructor before that.
Oh, wow, that's
so even
great.
before I was prepared. So I talk to B3 every now and then. I give him some
And
tips.
that's locally. So like know the options and that's.
Oh yeah,
that's
I've been through
huge.
all of that. I've done it. I was a behavior instructor for about 3 years.
That's awesome.
So I already knew how to deal with it. Now
Yeah.
my son is a different situation. I feel he's been doing great. He's 12 years old right now. He's been in regular school since the beginning. The crazy thing about that is that he has photogenic memory. which is incredible.
I
Sometimes
love
I
that.
feel like we can't keep up with them, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even though they lack like their social skills, but you know that you could teach with time. But it's just crazy all the extra things that come with that, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
have you ever heard of Temple Grandin?
I don't know. I haven't.
Okay, look her up.
Okay.
Temple Grandin is one of the. She's still alive. She does a lot of motivational speaking now. She was one of the first people in the spectrum that was able to tell you what she sees, what she feels, all of that. There's a documentary, movies
amazing.
on her. Yeah,
Okay,
incredible
I'll check it
story.
out.
You'll learn a lot from her.
Love it.
But yeah, so I love that you touch on different topics here. You know,
I'm
Baker's,
interested in everything. That's
Yeah.
my problem. It's,
Yeah.
it's gifting. That's a problem.
Yeah, have you noticed that here in Kern County, Bakersfield, we have the highest rate in autism? Did you ever hear about that?
I feel like we're scoring high on way too many categories
Yeah.
in this area. It's
Yeah.
concerning.
What
Truly,
do you,
right?
like, what do you think? Is it the area that we're in? Is it the air? Because, you know, we got this cloud that's on top of us all the
Well,
time.
so
Like, what do you think
pulmonary,
it is?
so the lung cancer is high. So yes,
Lung cancer, too,
Arvin
huh?
and I think Arvin area wins is like the worst.
can
Although
see it. I used to work
you,
there, yeah.
you guys are great, okay, but the air is not.
Yeah, it's not. You're not insulting anybody. I think they already know that by now.
So, you know, the mountains are so pretty, but I think geographically there's got to be something that it just traps the air from both sides, the larger cities, right? From LA, San Francisco, and then wherever else, right? And it's just like a bowl. That's how I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people say that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is crazy how that is right over here. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
How do you deal with traveling? Because you're traveling from Florida back to California. How often do you travel from here to there?
Yeah, so every other week. But you know what's funny? So I lack a geographical boundary. I really do. I don't believe it exists. I think you could say, hey, I'm in Germany. Do you want to just come over and we can have dinner? I would really consider it.
All right. Hey, that's cool though, right? I mean,
I'm
that you
in
could do
China.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean that I can afford it or that I should,
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
But
But the idea is cool.
yeah. And if it's for work, then I justify it. And I'm like, well, okay, it makes sense. But no,
That's
I mean, a lot of
hilarious.
stuff I do is like work travel. So that always is justified.
Yeah,
Or like learning travel.
Yeah. You talk about going on different conferences, right? And
Mm-hmm.
how it could be boring. How didn't you like they ask if you have a question? There was a conference going on, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they were asking. I guess you didn't agree with what the spokesperson was saying, and when it was time for them to ask questions, you raised your hand and you were saying something that was kind of, you were going back and forth.
Probably a lot. I don't know. I need to see which episode that was. I need context. Because, you know, I'm at the point where, like, I've worked with really brilliant people. Like, they're the people that I've always, like, put on a pedestal. And I've been in rooms with them where they're about to go on stage and they're, like, so nervous. And I was just so shocked by that because you're the smartest person in this room.
Yeah.
Why are you nervous? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very human to see that. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it really takes a lot of the fear away of like, I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being, thought of as like not the smartest, because I'm not. There's people way more brilliant than me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
work really hard, and some people, they're just naturally gifted. I'm like, that looks awesome.
Yes.
I want that,
Exactly.
But that's not my journey. And so if we just work harder, it's fine.
Do you think they just lack like speaking in public? Because that's a whole other beast.
It's a
right
whole
there.
beast.
Yeah, you could know everything. You could be the smartest person in the room, but getting in front of a microphone and just being comfortable speaking to people, 20, 30 people.
Yeah.
They lack that, right?
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I used to be terrified of this, like terrified, like
Terrified of what?
speaking on a mic, speaking
Really?
in front of people,
Oh, shit,
going
okay.
on stage, like I've died. Like there's no way I'm doing that. I've just anything else.
Shit, man, you were an American Idol. What the fuck? You can't tell me this and then tell me that story like 15 minutes ago.
Then I was 18.
Okay, all
I
right.
feel like, and also for entertainment, that is its own category. It has
Yeah.
a different experience than medical community versus peers. I mean, there's definitely levels.
Yeah.
Of like, how sick do I feel right now? So I was I was pre-med at this phase, and I cared a lot. You know, I wanted to be accepted by my peers. No, I don't feel like accepted by my family because they're just, you know, I've talked about that. But so I was taking genetics, sciences, and there was like a portion where we had to do group projects and present to our class. And this is like stadium seating. There's, I don't know, a few hundred people in there. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And so my teammate, he's supposed to show up. I did like the presentation of it. Your job is just read the slides, like present it.
You did the hard work.
I did the hard part, right? And so, and I stayed up all night because, you know, I was juggling so many things at once. And I showed up, I wasn't dressed to present. I wasn't rested as if I were presenting. Oh, man, like, you know, like you build up, like I gotta prep for this.
Yeah. Mentally, you need a couple minutes to get ready. Yeah.
So I did 0 things to get ready. Although I built the project, I knew it, but it's different to just like present it.
Yeah.
So I'm telling this guy like, oh yeah, just do it. But then meanwhile, I'm like, okay. So, but he's backed out. Okay. So he's backed out and he's like, no, you have to do it. And I'm like, you have to do it.
Oh, that prep talk you gave him.
Yeah.
I'm eating. What the fuck? Exactly. So I'm like eating my own words with he's like, just read the slides.
Shit, I made it easy for you. Yeah. This ain't no big thing.
I'm like, let's just do half and half. So he says yes.
Oh, he agreed to that. Okay.
Wow.
So he reads half and then it gets to me. And I knew the story. So here's me like trying to go like off reading the slides. But then my eyes, I was so nervous, I couldn't read them anymore.
Oh, okay.
And I started and I was like, whew. Okay, so I'm standing there and I have the mic and I'm like, okay. Then I have the podium and all these people. So there were 3 murders. I was trying to tell the story of the person that discovered DNA and the fingerprinting.
Yeah.
And so like there were 3 murders. And I just kept saying it.
You kept saying that over and over. Like, okay, we get the point. You know?
Say something else.
There was 3, okay.
Yeah. Like, not only is that creepy, but it's like,
and there was 3.
I just like watched everybody in the room shift forward, like,
oh no!
They were like leaning into like, what is happening?
Oh,
because I was like, okay,
she's having a breakdown.
And then I tried to laugh about it, and like my hands were like going numb. And I was like, okay, and I'm publicly doing this, like, okay, all right. It was a real anxiety, like a real like
on stage, right?
It was the most like this is the worst thing that could happen, and I'm just living it. Like I'm living it, and I'm so aware of it, and I'm like sweaty. And so I'm like, I see the door. If I run out,
would anybody notice if I'm gone? You know?
Yeah, they would.
That's the most weird. And then you're really getting all the stories out of me.
I know. I've never heard this one before.
I keep them locked. You're really good. You're getting like several bangers. So yeah, I'm like, it's weird. It's the most weird if I run for the door. That's the most weird. The second, like, I guess less weird would be if I just finish this and really like power through, and then I'm like redeeming myself. So I'm like, all right, guys, I got this. I got this. And they're like, yeah. So I got a shout out.
All right. Somebody believed in you still somebody believed in you.
You can do it.
They sat through that whole mess. And they still believed in you. That's much power to that person, for real. Shout out to you.
Yeah. I mean, it was real. Like, you could just feel like I'm just not my usual self. And I had a lot of friends in there. Okay, I'm not like like an outsider. I felt like I knew all these people. Like, they're all my friends and my colleagues. But then I also care a lot about medicine, and I care a lot about my work. And I cared so much that I made this, like, it needs to be perfect. Like, girl, you're not perfect. Like, you should get it done.
I shouldn't be here.
Yeah. So anyway, I finished it, and it was such a moment for me that I'll never forget. And that feeling of you have choices, you're gravely aware of your insufficiencies. And then my genetic teacher to like, okay,
I'll pat you on the back up.
It's bad. It's bad.
Fuck.
She's very emotionless. I was like, okay, this is bad.
So being on stage, right? That's a
Yeah.
whole other situation.
It is.
Do you feel like your arms are sweaty, kind of frozen a little bit? You got spaghetti legs.
I definitely
You
did.
know what you want to say, but your brain and your mouth don't communicate. Like,
Yes.
yes, you draw a blank sometimes.
Yes.
What was that? Did you have lighting on that stadium? Because sometimes what it is, when you're on stage,
Put that
you
teeth
can't
on.
see people.
Yeah.
You just see the lights, right?
There
Was
were-
that what it
no,
was?
because
or-
this was just a classroom that was
You saw
very
everybody.
large.
You saw every face.
It's a large university. I could see their faces.
Oh, man.
They could see mine.
Oh, man. And everybody's just waiting. Like, this is the expert right here?
I think if you had the chance, I think you would have ran out that door.
I just
Think about it, yeah.
I was so close.
You think about that, yeah. I mean,
There
for
were
real.
steps. So, because it's like the stadium team. So I'm like, if I trip and fall, that's even worse than running out the door.
So was you looking at them and looking at that door?
Yes, that was me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
When you think about it, it could be so easy. I could just walk out this door.
I could.
Yeah, you could, but,
But
you know,
if I
you don't.
trip and fall,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, that's even worse.
there's levels in life.
Because your legs don't work during that time.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Because my eyes stopped working.
So have you done
Adrenaline.
Have you done more on stage conferences like that since then? Do you feel like you've improved since then?
Tremendously.
Yeah, okay, that's good then.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I have a friend who, she and I did a lot of research and published works and presenting in front of our peers, which it makes you feel sick. I mean, you feel like, you feel sick.
Legit, yeah.
Because you are up there to be roasted. That is the point of view.
Yeah.
You're presenting information to be like dissected.
Yeah.
That's but you're stating there like, I'm the expert of this information. Come at me.
Yeah, and you know people you have people that are not gonna agree with what you, or maybe you said it wrong. They're there to correct you.
Yes.
You're gonna hear
live for
everything.
it.
Yeah, so that's a good thing because some
Yeah.
people can't handle that as well.
Yes.
That's a whole other situation too. You gotta have the answers to reply back. Because
Yes.
the one mistake you can make is stay quiet.
Yeah.
No
If
response.
you stay quiet and that's
Or
it. Why are they?
pretend to know.
Or pretend,
That's
make some
the
shit up,
worst.
make some
It
shit up
feels
like I
you
do.
made it
Yeah.
up. That feels like fake information. I don't know. It feels like not the answer.
Man, so yeah, you've gone through a lot
Yeah.
of major things.
Yeah.
But like I said, that prepares you for who you are now. Now
Yeah.
we're ready for a podcast now, right? So what was the idea behind that?
Oh, the white coat, black sheep.
Yeah.
So I have a good friend that I grew up with. He's a physician assistant. You probably saw him on my podcast, Tim Pace.
Okay.
So he has a long history in ortho, and he and I both were really into like stem cells and different treatment options that you can stack together to really get amazing changes. And so he and I just were talking, and I like recorded a few clips of us, and like watching it back with him, and I found it funny.
Oh, the test run. You did a test run
I
before?
did a test run.
Yeah, I did that too. Yeah, okay.
I was like, I mean, I'm laughing. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think I learned a little bit and laughed and learned. So I felt like, let's just record it and just get better with camera and presence and speaking. And really the point is to perfect us and to share a little bit, maybe reflect back and laugh or see like where we've grown.
Yeah.
So it was a mixture of things.
That's cool. So I heard about you before you even started your show.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good.
I thought it was
like
funny. I thought it was hilarious, to be honest with you, because
sounds like me
I get this message all the time. Same message that they send me about you. Hey, I know this girl ski from Florida. She wants to come in. She wants to be involved in a podcast. She's creating her own thing, but she wants to know how it's done. I get that message all the time. Do they ever show up? No. My doors are open to anybody. I like to teach about this, right?
Love it.
But to you, with you, it was like you blended in with like 20 other messages that I get. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if she wants to come. That's cool, right? It never happened, right? So then you start your show. And I was tapped in since day one. I was listening since the first episode, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I really do love about your show is that you have people in the medical field. You got doctors. You got people in fitness. I don't know what B3 was doing there on the last episode, but it was a good conversation either way.
Yeah.
But I love that you bring the human side of them, that they're having fun with you, because you know when you go to a doctor and you explain this perfectly perfect in your show where you go to the doctor and they just stick to whatever they're trying to fix. Yeah, they're not there to talk to you about, hey, how was your weekend?
People feel like we are.
Okay, so this is the first time I ever hear this, and I'm like, man, my doctor's a fucking asshole, man. Like, she never wants to even talk. I'm trying to be polite. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, how was your day today? Everything good? Before you eat, and she was always like, well, right here it says. I'm like, damn, fucking dick, right? Like,
yeah.
But I never understood it until you explained it. That was just recently too. I was like, that makes perfect sense. Can you explain that though?
I wonder how I said it before, but but so part of your training as a doctor, there is a formal exam. So today that's no longer required, but during my time of training it was. There was only 5 cities in the U.S. that offered this exam. Very stupid expensive. It was like a $1,500 test.
Damn. Shit.
And so you have to like book several months in advance, and you study your script. You're given a script.
A script.
And so if a patient says this, you say that. I mean, just everything is really algorithms. So if you think of it like that, it makes sense. I mean, AI has a algorithm, a script. But essentially, we're told, like, if somebody says this, then you say that, this, and that. So you're given your like, you should arrive at the same diagnosis, the same treatment plan. And it is good. Okay, I see, like, the positives of it, but it's also really lame in a sense of, like, if you're already baseline, like, a dud of a personality, you're only going to stick to your script. And maybe if you're going to perform in your script.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know why it was a long-standing exam. Like it ran its course. I mean, I would say, I don't know when that started, but it went away during COVID because we couldn't, like, you show up and there's 12 different rooms. There's paid actors in the rooms, and you have 7 minutes to get in, say what you need to say, extract what you need, get out of there, and then make your orders, and you're like typing into a computer, doing your documentation. And this is what they want you to do in real life. Like there's a 7-minute exam, and you need to like get through it. And if somebody's complicated or slow or difficult, you're supposed to offer them options, and you're trained in how to handle that.
That is very interesting.
I know.
But it does make sense though, right? I took it bad, like, hey man, what the fuck? Like, they don't even want, I'm trying to be nice. Or I take my mom into the hospital a lot, right? She's already old and she's not doing too well physically and everywhere with her health. So I go to a lot of her appointments. My mom wants to talk about everything. And I see that they're trying to be nice, but they always bring it back to her diagnosis.
We're always trying to circle it back. Always.
Yeah, so it makes perfect sense now, right? Yeah. So I would tell my mom, I don't think she wants to talk to you about that, But it makes perfect sense because there's a lot of patients. They don't have, it would be nice if they could sit there and talk to you, but they're doing their job at the end.
Yeah.
They want to get to the point because they want to get as much information and then be out and do what they have to do, right? It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And if you like look a few steps past that, like, so after the patient encounter, after my notes are written and everything is signed and your orders are sent to where they go, there's, the other side. So say it's an insurance patient or like Medicare, there's audits that are always ran. So they randomly pull charts and they give you a short timeline, and they're like, you have to answer all these questions and submit all these notes to like prove that they're giving you money, right? So like you're billing them, so they're going to fact check you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I get it. It does make sense because some people just are without rules. But if you are a good doctor and you are like, come on, what's up? Like I did a really good job. Like I promise.
You promise?
I swear.
I thought I was good.
I thought I did great. And they're like, well, we'll see,
Yeah.
And they do look at all of your notes, and you have criteria like per section, chief complaint. What is, like, you have to say one thing that your main problem is for that visit. I have to say that. I have to find it. And if you're the person that's like, well, this hurts and that hurts and this, I'm like, I'm picking one because I legally have to.
Yeah.
I legally have to pick one. So if you show up and you're like, I'm here because my elbow hurts, boom, that's already money. That's like, that's so helpful because then everything is like second to that. And like, it's just the rules.
Makes it easier. So just look, people, stick to the topic, stick to whatever you're there for. They're not being rude by rushing you a little bit. They're trying to get to they have 100 more people there that, you know what I mean? They're probably worse than where you are at right now. So yeah, be aware.
They just want to get in and get out. That's it.
Yeah, but people want to conversate. You know how it is. We're trying to be polite, right? But most of us don't even. Shit, man, I didn't even know that.
My parents don't know. I know. I always draw it back to them because they're just like regular Americans, you know? And I feel like that's cool because it helps me to like truly just stay grounded. And build character.
Tell you how it is.
All the time.
You're just giving out shots.
I'm just giving a little.
How hard is that?
I'm just give a shout out. I apologize to all the doctors that.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah.
I said, fuck y'all. Yeah, I ain't want to hear me. And I apologize. So now I understand why you do what you do.
I feel like you don't get enough of that too, huh?
No, you just get vomited on. Truly.
Yeah, because I mean, people come in, they're sick. They're not there to say, "Hey, thank you very much." Very rarely.
No, they
don't appreciate. Yeah, I get it, but thank you for real for everything
Thank you.
all the doctors out there. Everything it can be hard.
It means a lot,
especially you get dealing with people. Dealing with humans in general, right? It could be difficult.
It's brutal.
Especially when you're injured, where something is hurting, and you're going to get that bad attitude. Yeah. I don't know how you do it. In my field of work, I deal with a lot of people. Yeah. Or should I say, I don't deal with a lot of people because I don't put up with that shit. Right away, I tell them how it is, But I can't imagine being in a place where it's like you're getting attitude. You're getting that, hey, you don't know what you're doing. You're doing this or that. Why? Hurry up. You know, I need my medicine. No, you don't know. I'm telling you, I know what it is, right?
Yeah.
You hear everything. It can be a difficult situation like that.
Yeah, and it's hard not to like find it cute though. Whenever someone
is
cute, when someone is so mad, and like I'm just getting there. Like you've been telling the wrong people everything that you need. Like for like you're telling the nurse that you need coffee, and there's like a person who does coffee, and you're telling the person who does the coffee that you need meds, and it's like you're just barking up wrong trees. Okay,
I just got here. You're gonna have to repeat all that over again to me because
they're just pissed off, and I'm like, I don't make this system.
Exactly,
it's system-based care.
Do you feel like your patience has grown being in that field, dealing with people like that? No, you're impatient. Really?
It's okay. So I think my skill set has improved, but you guys let me know if that's not true. It's okay to think you're good at something then not be. That's fine. But I think I have my good days, bad days. I'm human.
Like everybody,
And it bugs me whenever I lose my cool. It bothers me because I care a lot. I'm showing up because I want to, and I want to do like the best possible job for somebody. So showing up with like that energy, and then someone just crushes you, and like,
oh man,
I try to just like not take it personal.
You have to at some point. You have to, right?
I'm like, it's not me.
Hey man, you can bark all you want. I'm still gonna be here. You're wasting your 7 minutes, but
Watch people time it now.
They're good. Like, I know I am.
Get my 7 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, look, it hurts right here, man. Let's get to it.
Have you ever heard have you had a patient that you just want to jump on them? You just want to whoop
in what way?
Man. Like how so? Man. That could mean a lot of things.
How so? Like
need more information.
More information. Okay, say like they're saying targeted words to you or being physical with you.
Usually my tactic for like the aggressive like patient who's just cussing me out, and I have been cussed out many times.
I'm sure.
I just stand there and blank. Like you just don't react.
Like, are you done? Pretty much.
People get tired.
They
wind down.
Well, some people get tired, but do they keep going at you and just dig until they just get a reaction out of you?
I don't let them get a reaction. I just walk away if it's too long. I'm like, well, that's your minutes.
Thank you. Come again, pretty much, right?
And then I'll probably give like Divarel Procastin and be like, this is agitation. We should treat it.
There you go. Give him some melatonin, man, and let's fucking go.
You're probably getting a medication like recommendation.
No, it kind of low-key.
Recommendation. There you go.
Low-key, that's kind of like an asshole, though. But damn, that's professional.
No, I mean, come on, man.
I would just relabel it.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, come on. She's dealing with a lot of people in one day, and half of those people come with an attitude, which Come on, you get tired of that. Have you ever seen any of your coworkers just be like, hey, you know what? I can't handle this. Because that could be very stressful, and not everybody has that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because really being human, there's always somebody who you will find some level of, I don't know, you can walk into a room and somebody will have something that you can relate to, and there's always that person that can trigger you. You don't know who they are. You don't know what face they have, but it will exist at some place, at some point. Yeah. And there's something that you are picking up on that they're throwing out there, and it just will hit. Yeah. So no one's perfect.
Yeah. You got to learn how to bob and weave those when they get here, right? Because you cannot show that. You have to be professional no matter what. Show up with a plan. But as soon as you walk out that door, you got your seconds right there. Yeah, you know. That is hilarious. So, okay, the show is called White Coat Black Sheep, you know, and once again, you have a lot of doctors there, anybody in the medical field, and they show this side of their personality too. It feels like that's their time to relax when they're talking, because you make people feel comfortable. That was my purpose. Yeah, and I like that though, because you never know. This could be your doctor out there, which you don't see that because they don't have time, like you just said right now. But now it's like you give them a time to relax and really talk about, express themselves in their own way, which I really do dig, right? And I love that you teach us something in every episode, which is really good, because that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. I'm assuming that's the whole point of the show, is for you to walk out knowing something new. You talk a lot about men's health also, you know, and that's one of the things that I pay attention to, all of that. And I was telling Cadillac about your show, and you had a question, right?
I got a question.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. I'm at the age where I'm at now, 45 years old. So
45 years young.
There you go. You got to say it like that.
Okay. I like that. I'm 45 years young.
Yeah.
So I'm getting at that peak, like performing in the bedroom. Is there anything that I need to take or do to perform better at it?
There's a lot of things. So medication, yes. Behavioral, yes. The psychological component, that's a factor.
That's a major one, yeah.
Right? Like, are you actually turned on by the person that you're with? People don't even really talk about that with patients.
That is true.
But I mean, I had this one couple, and like the girl, like she was my patient, and the guy was like, I got to meet him like sometimes, but she was having an affair. So like, but
so she was having fun.
She was having fun, and the guy was like, when they came together, like came into the office visit together, he would pretty much say like something is like medically wrong. But when they were separated, and I got to learn more from her, she just wasn't turned on by him, so she really didn't ever want to. So I mean, there's a lot of
can happen.
It can. So right. So if something is like a blood flow problem, that it would be a medical issue that definitely medication could assist with, right? So like Cialis,
Blue Chew.
Yeah,
that'll help. But okay, but you said Viagra, Cialis, Blue Chew's the latest one.
Nitric oxide increase.
Really? I'd never heard of that one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. So, and there's a lot of different medications and I don't know, like over the counter things that the bottom line is they increase the nitric oxide.
Do you start with like the basics? Hey, it could be a mental thing, because sometimes it could be. It's happened to me before. Where it's like, man, what's going on? Like, I'm okay today, but tomorrow I'm not. So it's just things that I always feel that I've always said, hey, it could be a mental situation. If you're, especially if you're with, let's say you're married, you're with that person every single day. Sometimes, you know, unfortunately, you do lose a little bit of that
chemistry. Yeah.
So it's I always say, hey, try new things all the time with your partner. Keep it fresh. Keep it fresh is better. If you love that person, you will open up, both of y'all, try everything, because that keeps it fresh, right? It's difficult being in a relationship for that long, for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, especially 10 years, right? And still keeping that fire going. It happens. But if you love your partner loves you, always try it. Before you even hit medication or anything like that, try that. That could be something as simple as that, right?
Yeah. But I mean, definitely if you're the person who has tried the blue pill, you've tried different medications and you're like, it's still not working, then you're looking at the wrong way.
That's something different.
Wrong direction.
One of the things that you mentioned before, you talk about food, right? You feel like, I don't know if this plays into that as well. I think it does too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a diet would definitely help you out, increase the blood flow.
Weight loss.
Yeah, weight loss
seems to be
is
always the
another one.
answer.
Yeah. You know what? Weight loss. Yeah, you are right about that. How do you feel about fasting? Have you ever tried that? How do you feel about that? Or a keto diet? I think that's what you've done before, right? Keto?
Yes. So I think everybody's body is different. So some people will be responders to keto diet or different types of diets that are out there. Yeah. There's even DNA tests that I can do with a buccal swab. So swabbing your cheek.
Okay.
And then I can see a lot of times like which people have the genetic profile to benefit from that. So
genetics, huh?
Genetics.
Man, my genetics are all messed up. You should see my family.
Let's take a look. Let's look at them.
I'll show you pictures of them. You're gonna be like, yeah, you're fucked.
Well, that would be the phenotype. Yes. But we would look at your genetic, like your DNA, your chromosomes, and see what we see.
How long does that process take? That's actually pretty interesting. I would love to record that. Will we be able to do something like that?
I would love to do that.
That'll be fucking cool right there. Let's see how messed up I really am. Okay, so
let's do it.
Do yours and do mine. Okay.
Genetics. That is very interesting because I come from a family that are all jacked up. The only person that looks good is my father. He has a big old afro still, like no problem. He looks great. Yeah. He looks younger now than he did 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh, how old is he?
He is, man, we just celebrated his birthday too. 71, I believe he is.
Okay, that's great news for you.
He's still active. He's still out there working. But I feel like my brothers got all those genetic genes. I got all messed up. I've always been
you got
big.
The leftovers.
Yeah, I got whatever. Yeah, whatever they didn't want, I got. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I've been big my whole life. What I found when I went on a diet a couple of years ago, I found that fasting really did make a huge impact in my life.
That's right.
Physically, mentally, in bed too. That helped out. Apple cider vinegar to burn that. How do you feel about that? Do you know about that? Drinking apple cider vinegar, like take a shot before you sleep when you wake up? Because it worked for me as far as my stomach. Yeah. Because men, as we get older, we get that belly fat. Women, I guess they get it around the arms.
No,
but
we still get that too.
You still get the belly one too? But yeah, I mean, these are things that we deal with as we get older, but I found that fasting was the one thing that really did work for me, doing cardio as well. Yeah. So as we get older, have you heard stories like this from?
Oh yeah, and it's proven. I mean, it's definitely it's not our opinion. This is very, very proven. So have you heard of the word autophagy?
No, what is that?
So that is your cells that will turn over, and how often you have autophagy is ideal. And there's things that can help with that, and it benefits the mitochondria. You have fresher cells, and otherwise you would have these cells that just exist in a sleeping state, and they would just be there, and they kind of are like somebody standing in the way. You have like a hallway, and there's like, can you move? Like I have to perform here, but can you just. So that's really kind of the principle. So with fasting, it helps you to move those cells that are in the way and eat them, destroy them, discard them.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Because when I heard about fasting, I heard it from a coworker of mine, and I was like, come on, you're not going to eat for this long amount of time? Come on, that's crazy.
It seems crazy.
But I saw the amount of weight that this gentleman lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was, Fred,
I know
right?
you're Fred, yeah.
You should check his genetic profile. It's just so interesting.
Yeah, and he kept up with it. He kept up with it, and it was like, it was amazing. So I said, you know what? Let me try it. And I started seeing a difference. That's awesome. I had to go to the park and run as well because I'm not good in the gym. Yeah. I can't work out under AC, under fans. I can't. I need to sweat. At least that's how I feel.
Sweating.
So so I have to go out there in this hot ass sun out here and run because I feel like I'm doing something. But anyways, like fasting.
You are doing a lot. It does benefit you.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so there you go. So I'm doing something right now, right? I got to cut back on the beer because beer is not, what I mean?
Oh, it's the enemy.
It's not, it is.
Every scientist I've ever trained with is like, they don't touch it.
It don't. You see, during our recording is probably when I drink. But the rest of the week, I don't even want to smell it. But it's still not good for you. It's just like soda. It's not good for you.
I know. We're always picking our poison in some way.
Yeah, but
whether it's a relationship or
oh man, okay,
it's a beverage.
Let's talk about relationship. Let's talk about emotional, how that affects you as well, right? That can affect your health, especially it's always in a relationship. Sometimes,
and I wish that was not true.
But it is, though.
It is.
It is. It's just, no matter what relationship you are, you're always going to eventually you're going to run into a situation, and it takes so much from you.
Yeah.
One of the things that I always like to say is, now it's different now. I think different now. I refuse to give that much energy to somebody else, because one thing is if you make yourself feel bad. Another thing is if you make somebody else make you feel bad, right?
Yeah, that's so
the
bad.
worst.
Yeah,
and that does affect your health. You start losing weight. You start gaining weight. Some people like to eat. Some people, you know what I mean?
It causes health problems. Yeah.
The worst thing that can happen to you. So what? I'm not saying give us advice on a relationship, but what can you do to deal with situations like that? What would be the best thing to do?
The best thing to do is just focus on yourself. Anytime I find myself like shifting my behavior because of another person who maybe they are having harmful behavior to me, right? Like maybe they do something shitty, but the reality is how I respond to that is so important. So if I feel like just degraded, I mean, I don't, but say you do, because I have been there, right? You just feel like
we've all, I've been there before too.
Beat up, like no support, like this person is harmful and toxic for me, right? So I just always put myself into like, okay, well, what am I doing to make myself the best for me so that I can show up for me? Because I'm not doing anything for this person, right? Like I'm here to like be my best self and whatever is like the point of me in this world. So this is my journey. Like you get to be a part of it.
Exactly. Like I chose you pretty much.
Yeah. So the more you do your thing, like whether it's working out, like I'm going to go for a run because I need it, because this makes me better. Yeah. So that to me, that's my
it gives you a break from a situation.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. The hardest part is just look here. I would just say, just leave. Be alone for a little bit. People need to learn how to be alone. It feels great.
Yes, it does.
It feels great.
It's
for
hard
real.
to be alone.
Well, not for me. Not for me. Because I've always been a loner.
Yeah.
But I got to the point. Yeah, okay, so there you go. So it got to the point though where when I was in a relationship, I didn't see her for like 3-4 days because I always loved my alone time. And when we see each other, great. But a lot of people cannot be alone. They feel the need to have a body. Now listen to what I'm saying. A body for no reason.
Yeah.
But they just need to have that physical body there. Why? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Insecurity, whatever it is. But they realistically, they just can't be alone. That can be a tough part.
We all know people like that.
Yeah. So I found that, hey, maybe I should just be by myself for a little bit. And like you say, take care of yourself, pick up a hobby, get your mind off of that for a little bit, so that you can come back stronger. Hey, when you're upset, when you're sad, you're only gonna make things worse.
Don't bring that energy to anybody.
Hell no.
That's gross.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Get it out of here.
For real. But
or give it to your nurse Sarah.
She's over there. She's like, no, don't bring that over here. But yeah, all of that plays a role in the human body, right? Whether you're male or female, all these things. Let's talk about sleep. You're big on sleep, right? Is that what? Am I correct on that?
Because I really didn't do enough of it my whole life.
Okay, how many hours do you get of sleep per day? You personally?
I mean, I needed a lot more than I give myself every night. So I strive for 8 hours.
Jesus, how do you find the time for that?
I have to be disciplined, and I hate it. I love to free range. I love to stay up late naturally, but I've had to really shift because I'm not my best self like that.
Yeah, especially in your line of work.
Yes.
You have to be 100%.
I do. And like
you can't be over there all drowsy. You can't because
I need to show
lack
up.
of focus.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that. I can't remember the last time that I actually got 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, right.
Maybe once a month, I will crash out. Once a month, I will crash out. But normally, 4 hours for me, and I feel better. For some reason, I feel a lot better, more energized. I could think straight when I sleep 4 hours a day. And then that once a month comes, and I just got to crash out.
Yeah.
But me personally, I feel that when I sleep 8 hours or more, I feel lazy.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to wake up. It's hard for me to like focus more.
Yeah.
So I found that 4 hours is perfect for me, but I hear that that's not good as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of newer evidence that's coming out to really support people that, do feel better after just a short duration of sleep. But I would say the strongest evidence is for getting the 8 hours with the 4 hours of REM and then 4 hours of deep restorative sleep.
All right.
There's cycles, there's patterns, there's different levels that you're dropping in and out of for different durations, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or hours, or whatever. So you're cycling through these different brain waves, theta, alpha, beta. So that is very unique to each person.
Yeah, that's true. Tell me about wearables. I know you're big on that, right?
It's just data. It's so helpful.
Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah, I find it. I tried it after I heard it from your show because
Yeah,
I always
what'd
have my
you
watch
get?
on. Okay.
Yeah.
So I tried it. All I found that it did was that it turned off all my, my text messages as they come in. They kind of it pretty much turned the volume down, pretty much. Right.
Wait, what did you get? Which one?
Whatever's
The
on
iWatch?
whatever's on the Apple Watch.
Okay.
So
so my one complaint with the Apple Watch is that it buzzes you and it does stuff like that. Like it chooses features and like I'm not a huge fan. So like I have Apple Watches in the drawer because I feel like it's too much. Like I feel overstimulated.
Okay,
like,
because it gives you too much. Hey, good job.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yes, it's too much interaction. I'm like, leave me alone.
I need you to shut up already. I'm trying to sleep. Okay.
Aggressive.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Good job sleeping.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a joke, right?
Yeah, you're 2 hours in. Yeah.
Now wake up.
I get you.
Why are you talking to me?
Okay, so what do you use then? Because there's so many watches out
Yeah,
there.
so I have the Ring Con.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Okay.
And I think
is this a Samsung one? Kind of looks like it.
I actually don't know if it might be Samsung, but Ring Con is the website that I got it from.
Okay. Okay, so tell me about, I've never tried the Ring, so tell me about that.
So this will just show you your stress, your HRV, heart rate, blood pressure. So if you snore, it'll show you. If you have times where you stop breathing, which a lot of people
I used to have that. Yeah.
Right? Apnea.
Yeah, sleep apnea. That was I
Yeah.
didn't realize that until I got married and I had somebody sleep with me. That's when I found out. I ended up cutting weight.
Yeah.
That helped me out.
Yeah.
See, that's the solution for a lot of people.
And a lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I love that you said that. Okay, so
Yeah.
that detects all of that.
Yes, and like say you are by yourself and you don't have somebody who's like, hey, you snore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just waking up and you're really tired. You have like a new diagnosis of high blood pressure. You are like slow, brain fog, and gaining weight. All of those things are the profile for somebody with poor sleep.
Yeah. That is true. So do you feel like the Ring is a little bit more accurate than the watch? Is that what it is? In your opinion,
Yeah,
you feel that
I
it
don't
is?
think that there's one that's better than the other. It's more of like, this doesn't buzz me or like flash or do, hey, good job. It doesn't communicate with me. So that's when I
Okay.
go to the app and then I'm looking at my own data.
It waits for it. Okay.
Yeah, and I really feel better after following the recommendations on this or seeing, hey, you have a lot of stress or my HRV goes down at like around 3 o'clock because I'm hitting
Oh,
like
it
peak
tells you that,
stress.
okay.
Yeah, it shows you that. So I'm like, man, that's accurate. So I need to like de-escalate.
I do feel that way.
Yeah, so I need to not do meetings at 3. So really,
That's the cutoff
It's
hour.
So
Okay.
I mean, this is the exception, right? Like coming on at this hour. But,
Yeah.
But typically, I don't do anything after like 4.
Okay.
And patients wise, we really try not to do too much after a certain time because I'm not my best self. And like health wise, longevity wise, it's not the best for me.
Oh, that's very interesting right there. So I have a lot of electronics. I don't think I need another. I don't need another Ring.
You're
I already
good.
sleep with 2 tablets,
Yes.
two phones, and an Apple Watch, VR set. I don't need another one.
No, he don't. No.
We
But
need
the
to
Ring-
demagnetize him and ground him.
Yeah. I mean, we need to
Demagnetize.
Yeah, you have too many rays happening.
Yes.
That's what's wrong with me.
Hey,
Talking
gadgets.
space. Yeah.
Gadget, you speaking his knowledge, boy.
Hey, come on, man. Why you gotta say it like that?
I'm just saying, man. We cut out of the technology.
Those are all my alarm clocks, man. All of them wake me up.
You don't need all of that, man.
I set several as well.
I mean, so you need that nowadays, right? 'Cause especially
Yeah.
after a long day of work. I
I
mean,
snooze.
do you-
Like snooze.
Oh yeah, you have to at least twice, at least.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Usually 4.
Wow, you got
we
me beat.
use all of them.
Yeah, I know. Then it just doesn't. It just gives up on you after you're late already. You're late for work already at that point.
Yeah, I got
So-
a question.
Yeah,
I got
go
a
ahead,
question. What do you think about I've been doing it. Foot bath. Do you think that helps for like stress, weight loss, any of those concerns?
Like a bath bomb? Is that what you're
Like
talking about?
foot bath, like a foot bath.
Oh, okay, dipping your feet in there.
You know, for like cover like 30 minutes.
I mean, that already feels good already, but
Yeah.
So
I think there's a lot of benefit to it, especially if it's something that is a temperature change and that is already addressing your nervous system. So that's shifting, whether good or bad, right? It is a shift of your nervous system, just with a temperature discrepancy. And then say it's warm, that's like more soothing and comfortable.
right.
So that would be a way to de-escalate yourself. Now, medical-wise, in the holistic side of things, there is a lot of belief in your health, like systemic health, with the feet. And I don't know all of those, but I think it's very fascinating.
I mean, there's a lot of nerves that pass.
Lymphatic drainage,
it's your whole body,
brain
from there,
health, like all of it ends and goes
Your
back
feet,
up.
From your feet.
Yeah, so I mean, I believe it. I don't know enough about it, but I want to learn more.
That will be pretty interesting right there, and it keeps your feet from stinking too, man.
That is a pro.
Damn you.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Facts, not feelings.
So how do you feel about doing your podcast? Because you have a specific time limit. Like I don't have a time limit here, right? But do you feel like, do you rush things? Do you get through all the questions that you might have? Or do you ever have an episode where you're like, man, I wanted to ask this question, but I couldn't get to it?
I show up without questions.
I know. I see
Just
that,
ready to experience.
Hell yeah.
Because I do like the organic conversation.
Yeah.
I value preparation as well. Okay, so I love that. But I would say my podcast is more about the organic feel. Of like really meeting somebody and just like seeing where a conversation and curiosity leads. It doesn't mean that it goes anywhere, but most of the time.
But it's interesting most of the time.
Okay, good. So and I think that's going to take on its own evolution of whatever it becomes. But for now, I think it is a stress relief in a way.
Feels good though, huh?
Yeah. And
having this conversation with interesting people.
Yes, and people that I would never just run into a lot of times, or if it is right, it would be running into somebody outside of our usual environment if it's medical. So just learning from other people, like what they do, how they do it, what do they live, like what are their problems, how can I plug into that? Is there any, I just kind of think of all of those structurally.
So you're about what, 13 episodes, 14 episodes, just about?
Ooh, actually I have no idea. You're pretty good.
Yeah, just about. I could be wrong, but I'm off by like a number or two.
Yeah.
So have you had, now let's be honest here, because I've already had this
I'm
situation.
Honest. Yeah,
have you had a guest that was just going nowhere, that had nothing to say? Because from what I've heard, you've had some pretty good, interesting people in there.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I have. And that's why I created the question bowl.
Okay. So you have a backup right there. Okay.
So we're not like cricket?
Yeah. Because that could be difficult. Because, being in front of a microphone is completely different, right? You could talk to someone off air. They'll be chatting it up. But when the light turns on, record, they freeze up.
Yes.
Okay, so I've had a deal several times. I've had guests like that.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point where I'm like, hey, man, stop the cameras. Hey, cabrón, what the fuck is going on? I know you talk a lot, so I need that person here. So if not, we're wasting our time.
Yeah.
I have to be that now.
Yeah.
Because it's gone to that point now, right?
Yeah.
So, but you have, maybe I should have something like that,
okay,
right?
we should keep, and I can even like add this to the set, like maybe snacks. So if somebody is, okay, maybe you're hungry, here, eat this. Like sugar bomb them. So like maybe chocolate.
Right. Yeah. And that gives you something to talk about. Hey, a Snicker, huh? That's very interesting.
Snickers. Classic. Right? And then if they're like, ooh, you're like, okay, not Snickers. All right. So then you pull out your next whatever. And then we could have like caffeine options and then water or like juice. We really could get
you can make a conversation out of anything, right?
Yes, Yes. And then the question bowl, I feel like is pretty helpful to just kind of break up the conversation too.
Yeah, that is true.
So there's multiple things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So and it's just random stray thoughts that I was like, yes.
This can be a good topic right there. Yeah, I like that right there. You had your trainer on, right? You started going. What's his name again?
David.
I've had him on my show before.
He's awesome.
A couple seasons ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him perform because he's a rapper also.
Yes, which is so cool to know. And I recently found that out way later after knowing him. I'm like, what?
So I brought him in as a rapper, and I found out that he was a personal trainer, and I was like, oh, dude, there's like so much to talk to you about. He is so energetic.
He is.
He doesn't stop.
No.
Doesn't know how to stop.
Yes, he is just like very highly motivated.
Yeah.
So he's a pleasure to work out with, and like definitely it keeps me motivated when I'm training.
Yeah, most definitely. How has joining his gym helped you out physically, mentally, physically?
I would say physically I feel strong, so he's helped me to gain muscle.
Oh, that's dope. Right?
Yeah, my default workout. Okay.
Oh, now you're trying to show off now.
I'm working on my poses. Yeah, no, I feel strong, and I was always, I would say, kind of more skinny fat. So you can't feel your best like that. I feel like, muscle is definitely the way to health. There's just so much benefit to that. So just learning how to gain muscle and like just the different exercises and movements, like it's incredible.
Yeah.
And that helps me to like stay grounded as well, because there's a lot of emotional, there's a lot of taxing emotional things that just come at you in life. So.
Oh yeah. What a great way to get all that out.
Such a healthy way.
Do you go to the gym in the morning, in the afternoon, or do you do both, or what's your schedule like?
Yeah, I feel like I'm stronger in the afternoon, so I've really switched my workouts with him to the afternoon.
Because that does make a big difference, right?
It does.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I can hit my PRs.
Yeah, I love to run in the mornings. That's my shit. Whenever I have my days off, I'm out there running. I can't do it in the afternoon because there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
And when I do it, it's kind of like, all right, here I go. But it's not like in the morning when you're like, hey, after I have my coffee, it's like I'm gone,
Yeah.
But it does make a big difference, yeah. And he's really good at what he does too, by the way.
Yes.
He gets down. So one of the things that I really do love about your show, White Coat Black Sheep, which is available on all streaming platform and on YouTube as well. One of the things that I love about your show is at the very end, I don't know if you noticed it, but at the very end, the microphones stay on.
Oh, actually,
and you still have that conversation. You didn't even know this, right?
I literally do not watch myself.
Yeah, okay, so the microphone stays on, and you can still hear the conversation of you and your guest.
No editing, guys.
Yeah,
it
like
exactly
this is like so. So look, I'm nosy. I'm nosy. I'm there, and I'm like, it's still on, right? But I think it's funny that the guest is always like, oh, how did I do? Did I do good? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said this. And yeah, but you get to see that kind of
like the real talk.
Yeah, because look, a lot of us try to be cool here, right? We try to speak,
Yeah.
But yes, we are ourselves, but we try to turn the volume up a little bit. Yeah, because you got to make it entertaining.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to be bored.
Yeah, exactly. So
snooze fest.
But yeah, after the microphones or the cameras are off, the microphone stays on. It stays on for a little bit. I don't think your editor even. Okay, so your editor didn't tell you this. So it's on a lot of the episodes, and I think that's cool though.
Yeah, behind the scenes, that is cool.
I think because you give us it's maybe like a minute. It doesn't go past a minute.
Yeah.
And but I feel like we're getting a little bit extra, getting to know who your guest is a little bit better.
Yeah, or like how well we know each other too.
Yeah, because most of the time you're very nice. You're like, yeah, you were great.
Yeah,
you were great. Don't worry about it. You were great. I've never heard you say, hey, you know what?
You suck.
You kind of bombed a little bit. You kind of brought it up.
Next time.
Yeah, I know. Hey, next time. In 2 years.
It seems nice, but it's such a day.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's pretty cool because I don't think there's another podcast that does that. So I feel that's something extra for you.
Yeah.
And I love that though. Even if it's like a couple of seconds, I say you leave that on.
I will.
Yeah. Maybe throw something extra in there. So
did you know? I'll put something juicy. Like you have to wait to the very end to hear it.
Yeah, dude, I love that right there. I would stick around and I would listen to it. So one of your let's talk about your last episode, right? The one that premiered today. Right, it's the one with the B3. Now you have, this is a different kind of interview because this is the first artist or someone that's in music that has nothing to do with the medical field, right?
Yeah, he's in music and movies.
Yeah. That's what he does for a living. So was that something different? Was it something refreshing? Was it something that...
It was so cool. Yeah,
right?
I really enjoyed it. And did you hear his rap at the end?
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
That's cool. He got your name out there.
Yeah, it is so good.
So it's I think it's pretty cool when you have someone that is different than the last couple of guests, right?
Yeah.
Kind of brings you into the conversation because I don't know about you, but have you ever... when you don't know the guest, I guess you get this in every episode because you don't know too much about the guest and you're learning about the guest.
Yeah.
But for me, like I've done the research, so I already know everything about the person before they even come in, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of like, okay, I'm ready for the next question. But when you don't know anything about them, it's kind of like you're interesting.
It's totally different, right?
And if you're interesting, if you show that on the microphone, audio or video, then your audience members are also going to be interested in that too.
It's like, what do you mean? Wait, tell me more.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, I know.
It's actually what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's great though, because once again, it's not, you could only set up for a show or prepare for each episode so much.
Yeah.
Before it becomes, okay, you planned for all of this stuff. No.
Yeah.
You gotta be just like the audience members. You also gotta be entertained by it. And because it shows, especially on video.
It does.
Do you like doing video?
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it?
I think it's good for me.
Okay,
because,
how so?
Well, okay, the first time I ever saw myself on video, I was just so, it was really bad. I'm Italian. My hands were up and they
you were doing this, right?
I'm so active. And I'm like, stop moving.
I haven't noticed that.
I'm like,
I gotta go back and look at it.
No,
now.
I'm actively like putting my hands.
You have them in your butt.
I'm like, this is me trying really hard.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, that's why you gave me the option to like stand or sit. I'm gonna stand.
You are our first guest in all of the years that we've been doing. You're our first guest to be standing just like me the whole time. Hell yeah, that's a record right there.
Thank you. Well, it's I don't know. It feels more comfortable.
I can't sit down.
Me either.
I can't.
I mean, it is a life like daily problem. Can you sit down? I'm like, yes.
You stand up all day during work.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
So I can't sit down. I can't. I feel like I lose my, like it's not me. You know?
I know. We stay in motion. I think it's useful.
I think the difference between y'all two is she talk with her hands. You don't.
I don't. I'm always just kicking back right here. Yeah.
No. You see, it's cultural.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's like, I'm a talker. I talk about anything and everything.
Look at this.
Okay, so you got me doing it. You see, you got me doing it now.
Hold on. You talk with your hands up in there.
I know, and it's so aggressive. Like I'm trying to put them away.
Yeah, because I don't want to punch her. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
No, I like knock things. I hit this so many times.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
so you do the hand thing. Earlier today, I was telling Kat, like, look, I listen to all our because I have to edit it, so I have to listen to the show back to back to back, right? I notice I have a horrible habit of saying, you know what I mean, after every sentence.
I have my transition words. It's so...
Okay, so you have that. It's not just me.
I'm not good at
hate
it.
that.
That's why we're here. That's why we're getting it.
Okay.
This is the training camp.
Yeah, there you go.
For the next version of us.
So what are you doing to stop with the hand gestures or saying, you know, your little sayings?
Well, okay, so to get better at anything, it's repetitions. So we're doing more reps right now, right, with every episode.
Yeah. So you're putting your hands on the table now, right?
And training. Yeah. Awareness training. Right hand, don't you dare.
Don't move. Yeah. That is funny how, okay, so nobody would notice that, right? But we do, and it bothers me. I know it bothers me.
It bothers me.
I cannot listen to the show anymore. I'm like, why do I keep saying
that's why I don't listen
Why
to
do I
me.
say that? Okay. Now, me personally, we started the show just doing audio, and I wanted to keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted I'm a big fan of old school radio and the way that you leave each character to the imagination, what they look like.
Cool.
I love that. Once we got on camera, it was like...
It changes the experience in a different way. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah.
But nowadays, in the world we live in now, everything is more visual now.
Yes.
People want to see. The demand for video was too high now that it's like, oh, okay, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do this now, right?
Yeah.
But you do 4 episodes in a day.
Your secret's out.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not. Let people know how you do it.
It's a secret, not a secret.
I'm fascinated by that because me personally, and I told you off air, we would do 2-3 episodes a week, and I refuse to do that now. I'm down on one episode.
It's hard.
Is very difficult.
Yeah.
So to hear somebody that is doing that, doing what I did times more, right?
Yeah.
Is fascinating to me. Yeah. And me personally, I told you about my wardrobe. I'm very simple. I rep my band, and that's
such
it.
a good plan. Like to wear the same shirt every time.
It is.
That's good branding.
It is.
Yeah.
People will recognize me now based off of my sweater now.
Yeah, and the
based
green,
off their logo.
you're consistent with the green.
Yeah, the green, purple, those are the colors. So that's one of the things, branding pretty much. I learned that from McDonald's and Nike, you know.
Okay, so I'm terrible at branding. I go off brand all the time. In fact, like today, there's a group text with us getting like nicely, professionally corrected.
All right. So you do the group text message for the show?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we have all of that.
Okay, it's actually not for the show.
Oh,
it's for Fitology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is so much that goes. Look, I respect you for what you do, because it's already hard what we do already. People don't realize how much stuff goes on behind the scenes. Yeah. Just to give you guys a good, entertaining show, just so we can entertain you for a good, solid hour, right? So you're going through wardrobe changes. You do that's 4 hours of recording. That's just on what goes on camera, not to mention the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You have to go change, because you gotta look fresh all the time.
Yes, different hair, different hat.
Just doing hair, I can't even.
I mean,
look, I don't have that problem. But you have to go to whatever room and get ready. Yeah. How long have you narrowed it down to, like a specific time now?
I'm fast.
15 minutes?
Oh, less than.
Less, really?
Less than,
5 minutes.
Like, it's a power change.
Okay,
a power change and get some like snacks or water or something, and then back to it.
Really? And you have time to eat?
I mean, I'm walking and eating.
Okay, so I'm assuming that if somebody if somebody takes you out on a date, hey, 15 minutes, come pick me up.
Well, that's different.
That's different then. Okay.
You know, because then you want to be like ready and cute and like
that's different
goals.
Okay, that's different. Right here, we're in business mode right now.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
So in less than 10 minutes, you're ready to go for the next episode.
Yes.
And you're doing 4, so you're there for at least 5 hours, I'm assuming.
Yes. Is that accurate? Like usually 1 o'clock until 6, 7. Yeah.
That's a whole other job.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you found it easy to schedule people all in one day? Hey, you got to be here at this time, because if you're 10, 15 minutes late, that's going to push everybody back, right?
Yeah, I think everybody shows up pretty much when they're told.
Oh, just wait. Oh, just wait.
But I'm also not great at time. So I really...
Okay. She's like, she's just saying, I love that right there.
We have our strong points and then our weaknesses, areas of improvement. So I would say time is where I need to improve. But I also have an awesome team who is like, move it. You gotta go.
You got 5 minutes.
Or I get this signal.
I hear you say that I'm like, oh man, what is she gonna do the last 5 minutes? Because that is a little bit of pressure, right? Yeah. Because, okay, you had a guest on. I'm not gonna say who it is. I don't want to be disrespectful, but this was hilarious to me. Where he wouldn't shut up. He would just keep going. And it was good information, don't get me wrong. But he felt comfortable. He was just chilling right there and just spilling the beans, man. Just telling you everything. He wouldn't even let you get a word in. And then to top it all off, you get the 5 minute mark. And I heard you say that. Okay, so we got to wrap it up. Do you think he cared? Nah, he kept going and going and going. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. But okay, so now you're in a situation now where you're like, Jesus, you don't want to be rude. Yeah. Right? You want to let that person say what they have, because that's what they're there for. You want to let them say what they have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you feel like, oh shit, man, I'm going to go home late now?
I'm like, well, okay, I tried to stay in it. But I also know that Justin the producer would be like, hey, we're done.
So he will step in. He's saving you the embarrassment.
Maybe like flash the lights.
Okay, we're turning the lights off now.
You don't have to go home, but you can stay here.
I thought that was hilarious, because that's one of the episodes, just to give you guys a hint, that's one of the episodes that went over the hour, which rarely happens, right? And I'm over there laughing because I already know what that feels like. Yeah. I know what that feels like. And you try. I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. I just tell them, all right, man, social media, man, let's go. I don't care what you're talking about. boom, let's go, you know?
It doesn't have to be like a clean cut. You just
hey, you screwed yourself over, man, you know? But yeah, I mean, stuff like that happens, you know? What have you learned from doing podcasting now that you didn't think was going to happen? Has anything crazy like that ever happened to you?
Oh, I don't think anything crazy has happened yet.
Man.
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
So you haven't had a guest that brought their couple and the couple started shit with them right there. You haven't had that? You haven't had the gang member show up to the front of your studio? No, that hasn't happened yet?
That's hilarious. Is this like your personal? Oh
yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, hell yeah. We've dealt with, like I said, we've had guests that come in, they're chit-chatty outside, and we come in, Junior's like, all right, guys, action. And they just shut down.
No.
So it's just me talking. I'm like, is he even alive? Like,
No, the shutting down, yes. But, I mean, everything hasn't aired, so I don't know what all is out there or not. I need to look, but there's a few things in my
the common person wouldn't even notice it, but I guess because we've gone through so much of that already that it's just like, oh, okay, she's going through this right now. To me, it's entertaining. The show, honestly, this is one of my favorite podcasts. It's called White Coat Black Sheep. Go ahead and check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms and on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. And I love the format of the show, if there even is a format. But because it's just, you get to meet these people that you wouldn't normally have a conversation with. They talk about
my world.
Yeah, they talk about their hobbies, which you would never hear about that when you see that they're into the same shit I am.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and as a doctor, I don't really get to appreciate it. If you're telling me all of this stuff during regular like work time, it's very annoying.
Okay, I'm here for this right now.
I mean, there's just so many people to see, right? And you're just showing up with a mission.
That's true. That is true.
So when you are in this different dimension, you're in the orb. Like, this is the orb. Nothing else exists.
Yeah, you're right about that.
This is like, time is not real. It's never real. And then, but like, we can just, it feels like a safe space.
What is your ultimate goal here with your podcast? Shit got serious now.
I just want to grow. I think it's a growth point, and whether it's me getting better with presentation or with learning about people and what they really do and care about and do, I don't know. It's just a launch point. It's a transition point, of growth.
I think you're doing great so far as a host. I think you're doing great because
it's harder than I thought.
It is hard. It is hard.
You're
because,
really good at it.
Because thanks. You could bring that energy, right?
Yeah.
But if the other person doesn't, you have to have that energy, because not everybody's gonna have that.
Yeah.
Right. And I always tell my crew, not everything that comes out of your mouth is gonna be funny, entertaining.
Yes.
So that's where editing comes in, and you learn as you go. We've gotten a lot better with the years, right?
Yes.
But I feel that you bring this energy, and you make the most important thing is you make people feel comfortable.
Good.
You do.
I hope that is the takeaway. It is part of I feel like, I don't know, the point of me.
But I mean, that's good though. Like, you gotta have a strong host like that.
Yeah.
Because whenever shit gets off rails, you're there to bring it back on track, right?
Yeah.
And
I try.
I noticed that. So I listen to all the podcasts that are out here in town and even out of town, because I like to be.
That's fun to know.
I like to be familiar with everybody, right?
That's so
and,
good.
and I get hit up a lot for tips. I give everybody advice, right?
Yeah.
But with your show, it's just different because I'm not bored.
Yes.
Because sometimes you will tune out, right?
Yeah.
So, but no, you keep me entertained, because the next question is like, oh shit, I didn't know this, right? and that's very important. In order for you to have an entertaining show like that and to keep your audience members and to grow, right?
Yeah.
You would have to have a show like that.
You have to have good questions, and the answers. I mean, I feel like the realness is what I hope people take away.
Yeah.
Because if I'm stuttering, that's real. It's legit.
I don't hear you stuttering too much, to be honest with you.
Hit me on the fourth podcast, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's getting okay, but it's getting better though. But I mean, it's good that you're because when you talk about somebody who is in the medical field or as a doctor, you automatically think it's going to be like a serious conversation, which
we're pretty
yeah.
I don't speak for all doctors, but I mean, as somebody who went to Caribbean school, definitely I can speak on the caliber of our parties. And I mean, it's fun.
I got to hear about those parties then, because you don't really talk. You haven't yet talked about that.
There's fun times.
Okay, so before we get to that, because I really want to dive into that, but what I do want to say is that you make people feel comfortable. I think you're a really good host for your show. And honestly, I don't. You really didn't even need to come over here for me to show you anything before when I originally heard about you, because it feels like you already got it done already. And you have a good team over there, by the way.
Yeah.
Whoever's running the equipment, the audio, whoever's running the cameras. I mean, hey, big shout out to you, because that's it's not an easy thing to do.
It looks hard.
Because that plays the lighting. Being at Beacon Studio as well, it's a great team over there as well. They got really good equipment there. I've been there several times before, and it's like, they have the perfect setup right there.
They really do.
But your show is entertaining, and the good thing about having a timer, right, is that you always leave us wanting more.
Oh, that's fun to know.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Right?
Who knew?
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like, look, we got to cut this shit already, right? Because we've already said enough, right? But, I mean, that's good sometimes, because you do want to have that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like the next time that you want to talk to that person again is always like the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I should be left wanting to know more about somebody, because I chose them to come on for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly. So the longest episode you have is about an hour and like 3 minutes, an hour, 5 minutes, just about. The shortest one is like 20 minutes. Like you were in and you were out. Yeah. Like, was there more to it, or was it, hey, you got to go already, or what was the situation with that?
I think I know the one that you're talking about.
It was with your trainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes.
Oh, that one, he was pressed for time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
So you just try to get it in and get it out.
Yes.
Which was still a really good episode. You guys talked about you had a lot of good points on that episode.
I feel like we have high level conversation. I enjoy having like all of our random conversations.
Oh, he can talk.
He can. About a lot of different topics.
But it's good though. Yeah, about anything. You guys were talking about cars. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that a trainer? Should you be talking about fitness? No, you're talking about cars and all this.
I tried to rent a Ferrari after that.
Okay, so there's what happened with that? Did you really try to?
Well, okay, so the closest place I was in Florida when I tried to rent this, and like the closest was Miami. So you have to go really far. That's 12 hours. So I'm sure there's closer options, but I in my brief search, I couldn't find any.
Okay, so how did that go?
Well, I didn't drive a Ferrari.
Okay. Out of everything that you could have tried. Okay, so us here in Bakersfield, we're still on like Toyotas, we're still, you got a Cadillac, What do you got over there, Junior? What do you drive?
A BMW.
A BMW. Okay, so he's kind of all right. He's a little. Look at this fucking guy.
But a Ferrari. Very Bakersfield.
I know. Look at him. But a Ferrari. Wow.
Yeah, because Dave was like, you just have to imagine like you are at your goal. You're already in your goal. You're already successful. You've achieved it because the future you has, if that's what you're going for. So already experience it and be in it. That was really the point. And so I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. But I couldn't find one close.
How expensive is it to like rent one just to take it out?
The one in Miami, it was like $900 for a day.
For a day?
Yeah, for a day.
So you got to pick it up in the morning and bring it back at nighttime. Yeah, you got to have a whole day.
Ride until the wheels come off.
That is it. Hell yeah. I found that conversation was very interesting. What can we expect in the near future for your show? Is there anything that we can talk about? Any plans for the show?
Oh, I think everything is open to be talked about. So there's not anything that I guess I wouldn't share. Even like the best or the worst. I like real. So I think, if you ask more questions, I will just provide the answers.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I think you can expect honesty. You can expect unpredictable, whatever I'm doing. It just is an idea that came up and I'm like, let's go. Let's just figure it out.
Hey, but I love that though. It's a very entertaining show. I wouldn't say change anything because it's working. Is there a guest that you would love to have?
Ooh, okay.
Because we all have that.
Biggity Bomb.
Oh gosh.
She'll have a 2-hour episode with me over there. I won't shut up.
No, I mean, I want to know things outside of my world, but I don't know who I need to really think about that.
Yeah, okay.
Inside of my science or medical world.
Okay.
my next person that I have to bring on is Dr. Hazan.
Okay.
She is going to, I think, really be pivotal with what we talk about. I'm obsessed. The microbiome, I feel like, has all of the answers for medical treatments that we have not unlocked yet. So that is my most like medical science world brain. And then the other side of the world is like
The free land.
the free land. I need to know this free land. So I mean, if you have any suggestions, I would love to.
Yeah, I mean, we know a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
But okay, so how close are we to bringing that person onto your show? Have you contacted her?
Yeah, she's scheduled.
Okay, so that's great. So it's
Yeah.
all right. So it's doable right there.
Yeah, it's doable.
So like, okay, once you, because I've had my checklist, and I've interviewed everybody except for 2 people that I'm and
that's awesome.
They've come on. One of them is booked, and the other one we're still in contact, right?
Okay.
So, but where do you go from there? Is there anybody like anybody else that you feel like, all right, this person will be in, or do you find anybody's interesting?
I do find that anybody's interesting.
Yeah, huh.
I really believe that completely. I don't think that one person is going to be more interesting than another. I think it's really like my job to find what is interesting about that person, because everybody has something.
There you go. And that's what people don't realize, that you as a host, you that's your job.
Yeah.
Because they might not be saying much, but it's up to you to bring that side out of that person.
Right.
That could be difficult
you brought
sometimes.
Out all the good stories for me. I didn't show up planning to share any of that.
That's what it is when you feel comfortable.
You love it.
There's more, huh? We haven't gone to the parties yet. I haven't forgotten yet.
5 new things. Right?
So it should be part 2 then.
There's going to be a part 2 over here.
Let's do that. But I'm so open to it.
Yeah. So okay, before we let you go, because we're gonna go on 2 hours now. And
wow.
Yeah. So
it does not feel like it.
That's how it is when you feel comfortable
in
a show. And you and I, we talk a lot. So that's what it is. So tell me about the parties, because now you said about the party, so now I'm interested now.
Yeah, there's just something really fun about just letting go completely when you've worked tremendously hard with diligence and discipline and complete, like, gosh, just no downtime. You're just like military style. You know, sun up, sun down. You know exactly every single thing you're going to eat, drink, sit, and like everything is very, very like boom, boom, boom. So just, yeah. So every 3 weeks when there was that block exam and then you celebrate after, it's definitely a reward. You really get to just be a human and let your guard down and just, I mean, really be subhuman.
And isn't it cool though that everybody that's around there is going through the same situation as you, and now it's like, man, you feel me, you actually understand what I'm going through. Everybody's just chilling, relaxing.
Yeah
That's fucking, well, what's a Florida party like? Because, you know, you hear all the stories out here, you know, but what is it really like out there?
There's definitely trucks. There's definitely red Solo cups. There is a fire probably in a field that maybe you're hanging out around.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's beer. There's definitely a few y'alls flying around.
It's a good time. Overall, it's a much needed good time.
Yeah.
All right.
And usually there's water involved, like you're on a boat or you're on the ocean or, you know, just by water. So it's just beautiful and scenic.
It's humid out there?
Very,
right? It's completely different, but you get used to it with time, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it makes your skin better, so I don't complain. Yeah, I feel glowy. Who doesn't want to glow?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything that you want to talk about? You tell us. Is your time right now?
Oh gosh, I feel like I let too many cats out of the bag.
Wow. Hey, look at it this way. Now,
where's that bag at?
I know. Now our audience member are gonna want to go listen to your show, because once again, you really get deep into like the conversations there. I feel like you don't take anything like too serious, or yes, you have the important information, it's out, but you make it so that we can understand it, because you're talking a whole other lingo over there.
That's my goal too. So I love to hear that that's the takeaway.
Yeah, yo, you know what? When I listen to the episode, it's like, okay, I'm a little lost in the beginning. Look, I'm an asshole. I got to pull out the dictionary. I'm in there because I want to understand. Yeah. But you always go back and you explain things so that the person who is not in medicine or any of that kind of field can understand. And that I really do like.
Yeah.
You know, so we're not just wasting our time listening to your show. We're actually learning as we go.
I hope that that's what I'm nailing, and really just paying attention to the words that we use, because it's easy to go high level. It's a safer space, truly, because it's formal. When we go off label, as I'll call it, and we are just being, I give definition to a few words, but really just real and talking as normal people can understand. That to me is target.
There you go. I think you're doing really good in there. And once again, your show stands out because of that. You have a show here that is different than everybody else's, and I love that. Because once again, I listen to everybody's show out here, and once again, I feel like your show is the one that stands out above everybody else, including our show too, right? But this is really good that we have a show like this to teach us things. Because look, me personally, I don't go to the doctor. I don't, man. I'm one of those people, and I'm gonna, hopefully in part 2.
And I'm a doctor. I need
Okay, so there's so many topics that I still, but due to time, we should have a part 2.
Yeah,
I want to talk about people growing gray hair. Yeah, I want to talk about that because this one of the I didn't know that. See? So we're gonna talk. I want to talk about that. There's a lot of topics that I didn't get to hit on this episode, but if you're willing to come back, we can do another 2 hours.
Yeah. I think, the plan would be just show up and then we just see how we feel and cover as much as we feel like covering.
Yeah, of course. Anything that you want to talk about.
I'm just running your show now.
I know. Look at it. Now I need the lighting over here now. But that's how it is, though, when you have your own show now, right? I've done interviews on other shows, and I'm like, No, but this is cool. The show is called White Coat, Black Sheep. Go ahead and check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms. Where can we find you on social media? That's your camera right there.
Hey, on Instagram, Dr. Civelli, DrCivelli. And then Facebook as well. And I'm on TikTok, but I don't know my username. So
nobody cares about TikTok.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's there.
Who's on TikTok?
It's there, but
a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
We should probably be on there.
I know. I mean, all the young people are, but I don't know how to use that shit. But it exists.
Anyway, maybe Google. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Thank you for coming on the show. And me personally, I'm looking forward to listening to all the latest episodes as well. For all your upcoming interviews, this is really cool. Thank you once again for coming on the show. We really do appreciate you.
Thanks for what you guys do. This is awesome.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one, man. See ya.